Hey 60, hey 60, how's everybody today? Oh gosh. And again, mostly, I'm doing this for my children and their children, and hopefully someday their children, if they're curious about their lineage and why they're as emotionally disturbed as they are. Start with me. I said at one point, that if you ever need to identify my body, I have three distinguishing scars. And of course, one is the horse bite there. We talked about that one. And then there's this guy right here. I'm not sure you can see it, but there's a crescent shape, like a mouth. Oh, right. And that's a monkey bite. Yeah, been bit by a horse and a monkey. When I was growing up, and anyone who grew up in Clearfield County in central Pennsylvania will tell you, the highlight of certainly everyone under the age of 16, but the highlight of everyone's year was the Clearfield County Fair. Clearfield is the county seat in Clearfield, and host to the Clearfield County Fair at the fairgrounds in Clearfield, and it was an amazing thing. It truly was, and it was big, and it was loud, and it was scary, and there were carnies, and there was this carnival workers, and there was this underlying belly of danger, and there were dangerous rides and dangerous people, and then of course there were wonderful farm exhibits where that's farm country, and people who raised everything from chickens, from exotic looking chickens to goats and cows and pigs, all brought their animals to be judged and to compete for whatever animal husbandry awards there were. It was a big deal. It was a beautiful thing. And one year, my grandmother begrudgingly agreed to take me and my brothers, David and Kelly, to the Clearfield County Fair. Now, maybe she saw this as her big chance. I think in a lot of ways she did. Because there were a whole host of maladies awaiting 6 and 7-year-old boys, from being trampled to death by livestock to falling off a Ferris wheel. And these are certainly win-win situations for both her and us. What it was, and of course we're driving this poor lady crazy. Oh, Grandma, can I do this? Grandma, can I do that? Can I ride the Ferris wheel? Can I ride the bumper cars? Can I get some cotton candy? Can I play the squirt gun thing? Oh, can we go see the animals? And she just, I'm sure, just wanted to kill us. I got used to hearing no from women a long time ago. So no means no. So especially when it came to your great-great-grandmother, Ruth Gallagher. So anyway, here's what happens, right? So we're at this vendor, and he's got cotton candy, and he's got all kinds of toys and stuff, and and he's got giant dinosaurs and giant ladybugs and panda bears, and my grandmother says to the vendor, do you have anything that might provoke an attack on a small child, one of these guys, by any of the livestock? And of course the carney says, of course I do, a snake. Absolutely guaranteed to have one of these kids mauled, guaranteed. So now I've got this toy snake. It's like this big, and it's got two, button eyes, a little snake mouth, a little snake tongue sticking out. And so then we go inside the grandstand. Inside the grandstand, there are some monkeys in a cage, and there's a fence. There's a little chain link droopy fence with a sign on it that says, please do not go beyond these points. These are dangerous animals. Of course, I can't read, so to me it looks like it says, get as close to this disease-infested primate as you possibly can, to make sure everyone gets their entertainment dollar. It's worth here in central Pennsylvania. And the monkeys are drawing a big crowd because of the eating time, and they were very busy. And also there was a water fountain inside the cage. there's water fountain inside the cage, and the monkeys know how to work the water fountain. You could turn it, monkeys could turn it on or off and get a drink out of the water fountain. It was pretty cool to see. And there was a large crowd gathered there. Well, this monkey would come down, bow down, he would get a drink, and then he would spit water on the crowd. No shit. And they clapped. They loved it. They thought it was the best thing they'd ever seen. Remember? Talking about Clearfield, Pennsylvania, right? Philadelphia here, Pittsburgh here. What do we have in the middle? Oh, Arkansas, right? Exactly. So anyway, this monkey he swings across the cage, and it's delightful to see, especially for a child, and it's free, and it's the best entertainment you can possibly see. And he flies down and he gets a drink, and I think to myself, how do I get in on the act? You know what I mean? I've got showbiz written all over me. That's me. I'm a people person. I like crowds. I like entertaining. So I go over, I step right under that rail. And I'm convinced this hit my grandmother goes, look kid, make your move now. You got a clear opening right here, go for it. So I'm like, now, and she's like, come here. And she goes, like this, and she smooths down, takes the cigarette out of her mouth, smooths down my Cadillac, and goes, go ahead, go get mauled. Anyway, I got to get in on the act, right? So I get in there, and the monkey's getting a drink, and I've got this torn snake, right? And I'm like, hey, monkey, what's up, man? Monkey's not paying attention to me. He's working, right? Crowd's going crazy. They're giving him peanuts and everything. So I'm not having it. I went straight Glenn close on him. I will not be ignored, okay? So as he's getting a drink, I took this snake and I whacked him on the head, right? And he's like, hey, kid, I'm serious now. I'm fucking working, And I whacked him again, and he grabbed my fucking hand and bit the shit out of me that fast. And I mean, bit me, and now he's trying to pull me into the cage. Because apparently, 6-year-old kids taste good. He's trying to pull me into the cage. Now, fortunately, when I was born, and I was a difficult birth, fortunately, I was born with a head this big at birth. So my head, is hitting the bars. And that's the only thing keeping me from getting pulled in there and torn to bits by this troop of monkeys, right? And of course now there's some adults pulling on me, and the monkeys pulling on me, and and people are frightened and screaming now because I'm bleeding everywhere. And my pants come down. Of course, they pulling my pants are down, and boom, 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 back and forth, right? So finally they get me out of there, and somebody else like, whose kid is this? And of course my grandma's like, I've never seen that little bastard, So she reluctantly takes me back into the fold, presses down the cowlick, and says, hey, we gotta get you to the hospital. Now, fortunately, Clearfield Hospital is a 5-minute walk from Fairgrounds, if that. And so we walked up there, we went in the waiting room. I'm screaming that silent scream, no noise coming out. And, finally they get me calmed down, and doctor comes in and says, you're going to have to get a tetanus shot, And I'm like, what is that? And of course, my grandma's like, we're hoping that it's, the biggest needle you have, in store. Can you really fuck this kid up because he deserves it? And I did in some way. So that's basically my story. Now, I don't know, a lot of it, I think some of these injuries could be traced back to the cowlick, I don't know, or an evil grandmother. Pay attention to your kids, to this day I see a kid on the news that's fallen in a lion's den, or, fallen in a shark tank at a zoo or aquarium, and I was that kid, Jesus, So, as much as you want to blame that parent, I promise you, it's the kid. All right, peace, B-60.